Now we are going live via Zoom from Israel's north with Liat Cohen Raviv, a community leader and founder of Matzpinim. Good afternoon, my friend. It's good to see you again. Last time we were together in Metula.
Yes, it was. It was months ago when it was still standing.
Right.
Relatively.
Oh, my goodness. I know we were able, thanks to you, able to actually go there and really see what it's like. I mean, the fact that Metula is surrounded by 3 borders with Lebanon, your community hasn't gone home, more houses have been hit today. Have you been able to go there lately to see? Has there been a lot more damage in the recent months there?
So it's dramatically more damage. I'm sure that if you'll come visit again, which now needs to be like authorized by, thousands of people, you're going to be even surprised. The last months have increased injuries in a way that is, just the visuals are
heartbreaking.
As you can see, I don't even have the words. You remember, right, when we walked 620 houses. I think today was house number 178.
Wow.
That got a direct hit.
Wow.
So percentage-wise, it will take us a long time to rebuild our roads, our houses, but most importantly, Emily, as you know, our community, because you've met our people also personally, which is much more significant. And you are right when you said, just like a few minutes ago, that there are no casualties. You're right. With that said, the damage, like emotionally and moral-wise, and like in terms of sustainability and like the strength of people, that has suffered.
Has dwindled. Right, because we were at the hotel with your community really in the beginning before I went to Metula. In the beginning, it was all new, and you are, one of those leaders that just, takes the helm and is doing whatever you can to keep the morale up. But at the end of the day, I imagine it's just been not only exhausting, but also, I mean, how is their state of mind? Like, is there hope of going home? I mean, even if this situation ends, you got to go home, and you never know, what could happen in the future.
So when you visited us, we actually 78% of our community, which is 2,500 members, were in the 3 hotels in Tiberias. Today, we have maybe 15% still in hotels, because people who are used to, living on the ground and have like space and just walk out of their houses and like, walk the grass and smell nature, it was a challenging situation, the hotel thing. So mainly our adult community is still in a hotel, and the rest is spread out, which answers your question around, about the community, the sense of community and the togetherness. That also suffered an injury that people need to recover. So
tell us about your organization and what you're doing to help, fight for the cause of not only, the evacuees being acknowledged, but I imagine there is also a lot of work, like you said, morale-wise, mentally, physically, emotionally, all of the above.
And even more than that, because what is happening now is the government is paying for a training camp of people who came from the north and the center of Israel. And we actually experienced the fact that we knew it, to begin with, but now you actually experience the fact that you are the weakest part of the country, being far out at the north on the border in all terms, like socioeconomic and, your accessibility to medicine, to higher education, to transportation, and the list goes on and on and on. And I think people now are like, okay, we knew, but now we feel, and that's a little bit different. So Matzpinim actually was created when we understood that the voice of the people who are asking for a different reality when we go back. We're not just going back, we're going back to a stronger area, to one that reflects the need of a strong border in the north side of Israel, because Israel will always be measured by its weakest link, and it cannot be the door of the country, right? We've seen what happens with weak doors that doesn't stand. So I think that this is what Matzpinim is doing. So it's a civilian forum, not connected to any party politically, because we accept everyone from Rosh Hanikra to Majd al-Shams, and then into the land, 5 kilometers, 7 kilometers. We don't count kilometers. As long as this war that is now happening in the north affects you, you're part of the conversation. As long as you want to make sure that when this thing will be over, and it will be over, it takes a little bit longer than what we all expected, but it will be over. When the dust, goes down,
settles.
you are in a settles, exactly that the word that I was looking for. You are a part of a community that is strong, and the whole region is better than what it used to be, and is at least as good as the rest of the country.
Wow, Liat, I mean, your resolve and fortitude is really just incredible, and I hope that everybody that will eventually be able to return home, and I know you'll all be stronger for it, because it's a strong, hardy bunch of people that choose to live there, like you said before.
The people who lives in the north know that, the border, we don't share a border with the unicorn land. We know what's happening on Gaza, right?
You're not in Orlando.
So, we're not surprised. We're not surprised. With that said, safety and security above everything else, the country needs to make sure that it says, like the government, the leadership should say, there's no risk of, people entering and cutting the fence and coming in. We're eliminating the danger of direct missiles hitting houses, which is unacceptable. I don't know any country in the world that would have tolerate this for 8 months, right? This needs to stop. To say that we're going to eliminate Hezbollah, that's a different, story. You don't expect that. And I remind us all that this is not a fight with Hezbollah, it's a fight with Lebanon, because it's a part of the Lebanese government.
Right. Liat, on that note, thank you very much. I wish we had more time, and